Oh man, the Cowboys just go and crap themselves on the field, don't they? So the wild card's finally wrapped up last night. I'm in Florida, so it might look a little different to you, but here we go. So here's the divisional round predictions. Making sure there's no cards behind me. First of all, on Saturday at 4:30 Eastern, shut up, bird. The Houston Texans in Baltimore. We all know who's going to the Super Bowl, and actually who's winning it too. We all know that. But honestly, I want Houston to win this so badly. I know Baltimore are like 9-point favorites, and I'm gonna take Baltimore mainly for prediction wise. But if I have to pick a team that I would want to win, it's gonna be the Texans. So go Texans, but I'm gonna have to pick Baltimore for this one. Saturday night at 8:15 Eastern, we have got who do we got again? Oh, that's right. We've got the Green Bay Packers at the San Francisco 49ers. Wow. Okay, so Nate actually brought his McCaffrey jersey with him, so he'll be watching this like a champ. But from the way I'm watching, and I watched the Packers play over the Cowboys, I don't know if it was the Cowboys overall or if it was the Packers, but the Packers looked great though. For some apparent reason, I'm a Vikings fan and a Bears fan, so I can't really pick the Packers. Although, you know what? No. I know the Niners are, what are they? I believe they are like 10-point favorites, but I am going to have to pick the Green Bay Packers right now. One second, there's a car. Sunday at 3 Eastern. They switched the times a little bit. That's interesting. They switched the times. We've got Tampa Bay in Detroit. What a game it was, both of these. I mean, Tampa Bay just clipped the Eagles, and I hope they're going to stay down, honestly. Nick Sirianni should be fired. They got to get a new head coach. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, mystery team, as my uncle put it, they just unveiled like a beautiful, like a bloodthirsty pirate, actually. Wait a minute. 32-9. When they scored that last touchdown, I thought it was going to be the same score they scored against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl 3 years ago in Super Bowl 55. But I don't know, 32-9, still very good victory. I had Tampa Bay as my prediction the entire week, and I switched to Philadelphia last minute because I chickened out for some apparent reason. I have no idea why. I should have kept my pick at Tampa Bay. Again, I was like 2 hours south of not even 2 hours. I was like 70 miles from where this game happened. For this one, I actually kind of want to pick Tampa Bay for this one. I know I've been rooting for the Lions the entire year. And honestly, Tampa Bay kind of there too. I love both of these teams, what they're doing. Tampa Bay, the only team this year to make the previous 3. So they've made 4 consecutive playoff appearances, I believe, just by winning their division in all 4 years. But I'm going to have to pick Detroit. They are 6-point favorites for this game. Honestly, I don't even know. Detroit kind of struggled against Los Angeles. Which, again, Los Angeles is not a bad team. But honestly, the way Tampa Bay Tampa Bay, they destroyed the Eagles, but the Eagles weren't really that good. Tampa Bay D-line just looked amazing. Either they were blitzing the whole time, or the Eagles O-line just was garbage yesterday. I don't know what it was. But Tampa Bay looked amazing. Detroit also pretty good, but they struggled a little bit against Los Angeles, which again, they don't really have a bad defense. Los Angeles has a pretty good defense, and maybe that's what kind of pushed Detroit a little too much. So this could go 50-50, what I'm trying to say. This game could go 50-50, and for now, I'm going to have to pick the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, mainly because I want to see more of Baker Mayfield. My goodness. Honestly, this rivalry will just keep appearing as long as Mahomes and Allen are in their own places. But the Kansas City Chiefs at the Buffalo Bills for Sunday night. This is going to be the game of the week. I guarantee it. Everyone's going to watch it. It's going to break whatever record the Packers and Cowboys game broke. Buffalo coming off of a nice victory against the Steelers. How could the Steelers even make the playoffs? They should not have made that. They did not deserve that. I think... what's their names? I honestly think that like the Colts deserve that spot, but never mind of that. Buffalo coming off of a really good victory. Kansas City, for some reason, whenever it comes to playoffs, they will always do good. That's my biggest problem with them. I said I hate defending Super Bowl champions. unless they're my favorite team. But it's so annoying. They were like the entire season they were playing like this the whole time, and I was just knowing that I knew that they were gonna get first rounded, and then Miami just decides to crap on the field like too. Like their entire season just ends right there. It should not have happened like that. Too many injuries on defense, and Kansas City for once can actually catch a ball. Why does it have to be on a playoff game? Oh, and while we're at it, roasting teams about losing in the first round, Joe Flacco, what happened? Man of destiny in Cleveland, you were like the savior, finally giving them their first like Super Bowl appearance or something like that. But no, you decided to fall asleep on the couch and go back home. Why? I wanted you guys to win. I mean, I'd like the Texans too, but like, you have to like choke in the worst moment, don't you? I'm not gonna roast Los Angeles because they did pretty good. They kind of make that stretch, so they're all fine. But honestly though, the Dallas Cowboys, you guys, I am so pissed that you guys lost. Mainly because I wanted you guys to, and mainly because I wanted the Packers to lose. Okay, back to the game. You know what? I am going to pick the Buffalo Bills for this one. I know they haven't had a good overall record. They lost 2 years ago, really tragic loss to the Chiefs. They won earlier this season, and that was in Kansas City. But this time they are playing in Buffalo, prime time, I think, right? And they're in Buffalo. Kansas City does not do good outside of Arrowhead, so I will take Buffalo Bills to win this game and hopefully send them to the conference championship. But there it is, the divisional rounds have been predicted. I know I'm filming this on a completely different day, but let me rant about this too. We know the Super Bowl logos. Well, purple's on the bottom, red's on top. Signifying Baltimore and San Francisco. But the thing is, Baltimore purple is much darker than what is displayed. So, Baltimore is not an option. Because it's not, you know? The only two teams whose colors are mixed to make that specific shade is Houston and Buffalo, okay? Both teams have made it to the divisional rounds. Now, people speculate that Green Bay will upset the Niners, which I can see that happening. So the only other option left would be Tampa Bay. Now, funny enough, I believe Tampa Bay was a mystery team the entire year, as my uncle put it. And I see them upsetting the Detroit Lions too, coincidentally. So, if everything lines up, San Francisco will not be the NFC team. It will be Tampa Bay. And it will not be Baltimore. It will be either Houston or Buffalo. So are they going to get a Buffalo Bucks or a Houston Bucks Super Bowl?